Yeah, there was a lot of hate going into the movie.
Yes.
That we were not part of. Christopher Nolan. I mean,
I give him the benefit of the doubt.
Because why wouldn't you?
Yeah,
The
why
Dark
wouldn't you?
Knight, Interstellar, The Prestige, Inception.
Yeah, come on. You gotta give him the benefit of the doubt. Hey, welcome back to the Popcast, coming to you straight from the secret underground base. And we're here to review another great movie. Well, I shouldn't say another great movie. There haven't been a lot of great ones. What would you say is the number rating for a great movie?
10 out of 10?
10 out of 10 is a great. 9 is not a great.
Oh. No, yeah, we could throw 9 in there.
Oh, yeah, I don't think we've had too many great movies then. But we're going to do the Odyssey today. What is your first impression of the Odyssey straight from the theater?
Well,
what number would you give that? Is it a great movie? A 9 or a 10?
No. I still think the best movie this year is the Dune 3 trailer. Even after seeing the Odyssey, and I'll stand by that.
The best movie so far is the Dune trailer. It does look pretty good. The new Dune trailer. If you haven't seen that, look that up on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Because it does look good.
It's the best movie I've seen this year. It's not even a lie.
Alright. Doesn't count as a movie yet, though.
But somehow it's the best movie.
Yeah.
The trailer is the best movie I've seen this year.
You know, another trailer I like is the Heart of the Beast. Is that what it is?
Which one was it?
It's the Brad Pitt and his dog.
I didn't see that.
You haven't seen that?
No.
Oh man.
Was that on this movie? Was that on the Odyssey?
I actually think it was.
I must have been peeing.
You might have been.
There's another one. Digger, Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that's pretty bizarre. I don't even know what's happening there. This is the extended trailer that just came out this week. Still hard to tell exactly what is going on.
Yeah.
But it looks funny.
Yeah.
It looks different.
Yeah. I can't believe that's the one they used the Tom Cruise hype trailer for.
Yeah.
That Tom Cruise hype trailer should have been for the last Mission Impossible, I feel like.
Yeah, or the next adventure film he's got, because this is like the opposite of
this
all
is like
those
Tropic
movies.
Thunder.
Yes,
it's a Tom Cruise and Tropic Thunder sort of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm looking forward to that, though. I think that's still a little way down the horizon.
Right.
I think Tom Cruise is like the last movie star.
He might be. You can
like
slap his name on there.
Well, Brad
Pitt's still doing. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're far between.
I think they're making a comeback, though. I think superheroes killed it because they were selling a superhero instead of a movie star.
You might be right.
Captain America. Okay, it doesn't matter that Chris Evans is playing Captain America. And that's what they're doing with the Avengers. They brought them all back because those are their movie stars. If that makes sense. They can't sell a movie with the new Avengers with the Thunderbolts crew or Sam Wilson Captain America. They need to be like, oh, we have Captain America again. We have Thor in this one again. Because those are their
But do you think
stars.
they could... Yeah, but do you think they could sub out different people?
Clearly they can.
They're not even willing. They're too scared to try.
Right.
Which is
This would have been the time to do it.
Yeah.
But now you ruined it for everybody.
I don't know that you ruined it, but obviously with the way things are tanking, you couldn't take that chance. It would not be smart to take that chance.
Right.
I think the only one that would be hard would be Thor, because you need to... maybe not. There's a lot of big old guys out there.
Well, you don't even need to redo Thor. You need to pass the torch on for Thor. If you
I
wanted
mean,
to do that, you could have done Beta Ray Bill.
I mean, just a different actor. Captain America, Iron Man, all the people they have to have.
You have Spider-Man, X-Men. They just don't know what.
Change topics on me all of a sudden. I'm talking about, can you just put in a different actor for Captain America?
Oh, okay.
It's Captain America, Steve Rogers, but different actor.
Not in the 1-2 switch like this.
Not in the 1-2 switch.
Not he's Chris Evans' last movie and now this movie he's somebody else. Within 5 years.
Yeah. What do you mean? When he was...
Like I was saying, the last time we saw Chris Evans or Steve Rogers' Captain America was Endgame. It's like, okay, not enough time has passed.
So yeah, their movie stars are the characters.
Right. But I think the movie stars are making a comeback now because you have these guys that are doing everything. Timothy Chalamet, for example. He's a movie star.
He's a rising star.
I don't even think he's rising. I think he is.
Yeah, he probably
He's legit.
is. Yeah.
Zendaya, she's a movie star.
I don't feel like she's really hit anything where she's the star.
You're right. I don't think she ever has been the main character. Though, now you mention it.
She's in a lot of good movies where she's the supporting star.
Right.
So, okay, I don't know how we veered off into that. Tom Cruise. Yeah, so coming out of the theater, Odyssey, what do you give it? Is it a great movie?
What are we
9 or
doing
10?
out of 10? It's not. No. I say this is a 7.5 maybe.
I think I'm going to be... If we're doing points now...
Oh, the 0.5 has always been there.
The 0.5 has
What
always
is that
been...
called?
Decimal?
No. It's like that's just... You know what I mean?
No, I don't know.
What is the word where it's like, oh, that's...
That's just part of the deal?
Yeah. What is that called? That's
Matter of course?
No, that's not right. It's a one word.
I have no idea.
One word, the definition is that's
fact?
I think that's a gimme. That's the 0.5 is
that's
part of
a
the
given.
package.
That's a given. Okay, that's it. That's a given.
No.
But that's not really...
That's not what I'm looking for.
All right. Well, anyhow, yeah, okay, let's go 7.5. I'm going to agree with you, 7.5, and we'll come back to that and give you our thoughts in much detail in just a second. But some other movies that we did both see, Evil Dead.
Yeah, Evil Dead Burn.
Evil Dead Burn. We saw it separately, though.
Yeah, it was...
And I went on a little trip, and I was coming through Tennessee, and the actual Evil Dead cabin was on the Atlas Obscura, which is like a website you can go to find weird stuff in every state. And I was going to go to it.
But you got too scared.
No, I didn't get too scared. But they kept having all these, I don't know what you want to say, warnings or mentions that it's on private land and it's not heavily guarded, but no trespassing, and they look out for people, and the police kind of monitor it because people are always trying to get back there. I was like, it's not worth all the trouble.
Sounds like
go
you're scared.
Go hiking through somebody's yard. But it burned down, so there's only some brick foundation and a chimney is all that's left.
Oh, yeah, it's not even worth it.
Yeah.
But it burned down when?
Soon after filming.
This was Evil Dead Burn.
No, soon after filming. The original. Back in the day.
Yeah, maybe they were doing some real whack stuff there.
People probably did start going to do some whack stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
The hippies.
Evil Dead Burn.
Not as good as the last one. You remember the last one? Evil Dead Rise.
Was that the one in the apartment building?
Yeah.
That was actually pretty good.
That was really sweet. Yeah. This one did not have that charm.
Very disjointed, sort of. Just nonsense of... We need a reason just to have some gore and some killing, and we didn't really go with a deep reason. We're making a movie.
Yeah, usually there's like that book in there or something.
They mentioned it. Well, the guy had that book, his diary, sort of. It wasn't the real book. It was sort of his diary of research.
Well, he was the grandson of the guy, right?
Something. Yeah, it was quite funny.
Yeah, like in the Evil Dead Rise they had, that's what the last one. It was like they found the audio recordings. Like,
yeah.
This one was just kind of like,
I didn't really get the connection. I didn't really feel the connection. There was one cool thing with the dad in the movie that he got possessed, which that seemed like that flowed from the other movies.
Yeah.
With the style and the way things would happen, but after that, it just got kind of not goofy, because there's always a goofiness going back to the originals, them creatures in the basement, there's just all kind of crazy stuff happening.
Yeah.
This one didn't hit. I'd give it a 5.
I'd give it a 3. I would never come back to it.
No, I would never go back to it. Go see Obsession. If you're trying to choose between a horror movie and your choices are Evil Dead Burn and Obsession, easy pick.
Yeah. Obsession is still in theaters because I think people are still seeing it. And that's good.
Go.
That is good.
Yeah, that is good.
You need to support that. Enough of these $250 million budget crap movies.
Crap movies.
You know, once you start going back to stuff like Obsession, where it's
where some guys
we
are trying.
We have $50,000 in 30 days.
Yeah, what can we do? Another famous movie under those same guidelines, Rocky.
Oh, good thing you brought that up.
I did bring it up. I play Rocky. Yeah. The only thing that's kind of funny is the guy that's playing Rocky in I Play Rocky, when he's Sylvester Stallone and not Rocky, because you watch this trailer and, you know, he's trying to get the film made, he's still kind of Rocky. You know, he talks like this and everything, and Sylvester Stallone doesn't really talk like Rocky all the time.
Right.
The guy is Rocky all the time.
Don't you think this is crazy? The movie's called I Play Rocky, and it's about a guy playing Sylvester Stallone trying to play Rocky.
It's almost like Tropic Thunder.
Yeah. It's like, what's going on? Yeah,
but it looks good. I mean, it looks cool. You know, that's a story that should be told.
Yeah, because I don't think a lot of people know.
You don't think a lot of people know? Maybe
how
not.
Desperate Stallone had to become, and how much he held out to play Rocky.
I think I don't know. You think people don't know that?
I really don't think.
I mean, obviously we know.
Yeah, because you know.
But so maybe we are not the common person in that regard.
Right. Yeah,
it's a story that it's its own inspirational story that needs to be told.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So I'm looking forward to that. I think that's November, December.
Yeah, it's one of those. There's Spider-Man, and then there's The End of Oak Street, the dinosaur one.
Yeah, that could be good. I hope they don't blow that.
Yeah.
I hope that's going to be good. Dinosaurs in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Should be good.
That should be crazy.
Better be.
I think that's all.
Yeah.
I think it's all.
I'm sure there's some other ones coming up that we forgot.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully there's some other ones. But we will be doing Spider-Man, No Way Home.
Brand New Day.
No Way Home was the last one. Huh?
Yeah.
I can't keep them straight. So what do we got for comics today?
Well, because it's the Odyssey, this is Dark Knight Steel 2, number 1.
Dark Knights of Steel
2, number 1. So this is essentially the DC heroes medieval.
Oh, that's
medieval
cool.
times. The last one was, it turns out Batman was the bastard son of Krypton. So
Batman, Superman?
He's half Kryptonian.
I remember
because Superman is a guy in there, and they're the royal family, and the Waynes were like the advisors.
So just like the...
It's like Game of Thrones, but with the DC characters. Batman, obviously awesome. And then they incorporate all the characters in there. Magic's outlawed, so Batman's like the prime guy that goes and hunts it down with his Robins. But then like the Joker gets a Green Lantern ring. Well, it's Lex Luthor as the Joker with the Green Lantern ring.
That's cool.
White Martians are coming down trying to take over the world. It's the whole like background plot. At one point, Beast Boy, he's in there, turns into a dragon. Batman's riding him.
Oh, there you go. That's what you gotta have.
To fight Ra's al Ghul, who's the demon.
So we got a lot of stuff going on there.
Oh, yeah.
I had a World's Finest, which was always a team up between Batman. I'm sure it was a world... maybe not. It might have just been a Batman. Anyhow, it was Batman and Superman, and Batman found old photographs of him with superpowers.
Oh.
Like he was flying... There were old photographs of him like as a baby, and he was flying, or as a young child. He was flying and doing... And then they were doing all this research trying to figure out what's going on. I used to have superpowers. Maybe I was from Krypton. But then it was just like his dad was rigging pictures up for some reason. I don't know. Maybe Superman was out and about at that time, so he was trying to make his kid feel like he was Superman. They were sucked in by generic home photographs. Batman, the world's greatest detective. This hasn't been photoshopped before Photoshop.
But yeah, this one deals with Atlantis, because Aquaman was not in the first one. Because why would he be? You know?
So they had to drag Aquaman in there?
Yeah, it seems like he might be trying to overtake the surface world. So they're all gonna, the realms have to band together.
Just keep pushing Aquaman. Aquaman is like black licorice gum. We got black licorice gum down at Soda Pops, of which this Popcast is loosely based upon. Blackjack gum. It's black licorice. My mom used to carry it around in her purse when we were kids. We wanted a piece of gum, and she always trying to push this black licorice gum on us. Nasty. Who wants black licorice gum? Nobody. Especially not a small child. That's what DC keeps trying to do with Aquaman. Just keeps trying to push Aquaman on you. Nobody wants Aquaman.
Let him go, man.
He's like black licorice gum. Nobody wants him. Just let it go.
Yeah.
Just get him out. Quit trying to push him on us.
Yeah, what a loser.
I mean, you've been trying for, how old do you think that guy is? 50 years, 60 years you've been trying to push Aquaman. He hasn't caught on. He hasn't gained any traction. He's still the joke character.
Yeah, they actually, I just realized this, the absolute titles, Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman, they have everybody but Aquaman.
Because he
doesn't have one yet.
He's not
they have
legit.
Absolute Martian Manhunter.
He's more legit.
Absolute Catwoman has a run going right now.
She's legit.
Absolute Green Arrow.
He's legit. Aquaman.
Not Absolute Aquaman.
I mean, even when it was Super Friends, that Saturday morning cartoon, you're like, quit spending screen time on Aquaman. I wonder if those animators are like, gosh, I gotta draw the stupid Aquaman pictures.
Poor guy.
Dang. Yeah, so quit pushing him, man. Get him out. Just give it up. If you're not caught
I think
on by
that's
now,
telling, though. The Absolute Universe, they're like, we don't even know.
We absolutely don't want him.
We don't know what to do with him. We don't know how to make him cool.
Yeah, everybody's tried.
That's like the Absolute Universe is, Batman has no money.
Like Namor.
No whatever.
You know what? Like Namor, he was never a top tier character, but he wasn't a fool. You know what I mean? He wasn't generic.
He even has like a cooler design though. He has like the wings on his feet.
Yeah, why though? I never could figure that out. But they don't keep trying to force him.
Right, if he's
They
there,
did do that. Was it his own movie?
No, it was Black Panther 2.
It was Black Panther.
I like that.
So he was a side character.
They were
threw
trying
him in,
to fight the kingdoms.
Yeah, there was sort of a reason for that. But you notice they didn't follow up with his own movie because it didn't catch on. They were like, we'll throw it out there. We'll try it, see what happened. You know, they're not always doing comics with him. They're not trying to force him into the Avengers. They're like, okay, Namor.
We got enough guys. We're the Avengers. We have enough people.
Yeah, we'll just leave Namor, we'll keep him in the background. If we ever need him, we'll bring him out. But we're not going to try and force him on anybody.
Yeah, was he part of the Invaders? Captain America's original team?
I think so.
That's because they didn't have anybody back then.
Yeah.
It's Captain America, Human Torch.
But that's a good oddball group of people. He fits in with them group of people.
Gotta fight.
The only guy cool there is Captain America.
Yeah.
Human Torch is all, but you're not trying to give him his own title every month. Not trying to put him on shows and everything. All right, let's see what I got. Oh, I should have known. Godzilla's The Odyssey. Godzilla Masterpiece Theater. Look at that cover, folks. Godzilla is holding a giant boulder, going to drop it right on the boat. Robin Hood and Godzilla. That's plus. That's a little bonus one.
Right.
Godzilla's The Odyssey.
Well, and that's what they're doing now. They had Godzilla and Romeo and Juliet. Then they had Godzilla and the Odyssey.
How does he get into Romeo and Juliet?
He's just there.
He's just
there. Yeah. And then they're going to have Godzilla and the Wizard of Oz.
That could be cool.
As the next one.
All right. So that brings us to the Odyssey. We're both going 7.5. I think that's pretty accurate. I think the blowback, blowback's probably not the right word. The toxic fandom in the world today.
Yeah, there was a lot of hate going into the movie.
Yes.
That we were not part of. Christopher Nolan. I mean,
I give him the benefit of the doubt.
Because why wouldn't you?
Yeah,
The
why
Dark
wouldn't you?
Knight, Interstellar, The Prestige, Inception.
Yeah, come on. You gotta give him the benefit of the doubt. You know what, though? Did you just
Memento.
mention all those movies? This is probably his weakest affair.
I think Dunkirk was his weakest.
You know what? I didn't see Dunkirk, and didn't he do Oppenheimer?
Yeah.
I didn't see those because why would you?
Yeah, Dunkirk was his weakest. Oppenheimer was good, but this was better.
I thought
Oppenheimer.
I did see We did see Dunkirk, didn't we? Is that the one? There's a pilot.
Yeah, it's like World War II.
Yeah, it was cool, but sort of a gimmick.
Yeah, I didn't really.
He's kind of veering off into these historical things now that you mention it.
Yeah, dude, go back to the cool stuff.
Yeah, go back to
the weird, the Prestige, where it's just
the
like
Prestige. If you have not seen that movie,
right, Inception. He did do Tenet, but I think that was his James
Yeah, but come
Bond.
on, you gotta throw him a bone.
Yeah,
I will say, whatever that person's name, whatever she wants to be called, was miscast. Not in the way that people, they thought she was going to be Achilles, and she wasn't, right?
No,
she's just a person. But I still think she was miscast. I don't know why you would have picked her. I think I know why you picked her, because you wanted somebody that looked innocent and young and babyish. Sorry, if that's not what you're trying to come across with. But
yeah,
to be more of a victim in that role that she had, but she played. They showed her as a younger person at the beginning of the Odyssey, a younger male, and to me that guy was a little chunky, little.
Yeah. But maybe, the war does that to somebody. But again, like, that was the hate going into it. This is going to be Achilles, blah, blah, blah. And I agree, if that would have been the case, if that was supposed to be Achilles.
That would have been a stretch. That would have been
That wouldn't even have been a stretch. That would have been, that would have been first 10 minutes, I would have been like, okay. Because the last Achilles we had was Brad Pitt and Troy.
Yeah.
And Achilles was, like, the greatest warrior. He was that guy. So
that would have been a horrible miscasting.
Right, but I mean, that was part of the hate. The other part of the hate was the costumes. Okay, we're not going to dress him up in the porcupine armor, or not the pine cone armor that people wanted. That'd be historically accurate. Like, how they're wearing like the Spartan helmets and whatnot. They were historically accurately would have been. It looks like pine cones. This armor. They would have wore like these helmets that look like giant pine cones and.
Well, that would have been absurd. What did scare me at the beginning was the other, be the Athenian, or who were they fighting?
The Trojans?
The Trojan. No, they're the Trojans, aren't they?
No, they're fighting the Trojans.
Okay. Those guys came up on the beach and they had some generic looking.
Their armor, their helmets were like cardboard. I thought the same thing.
I was like, ooh, if this is where we're headed, this is bad.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I was like, wow. There was a lot of armor pieces where I was like, this is so cheap. John Bernthal and Tom Holland, when they're walking through the garden shooting those birds.
Yeah.
What are they wearing? That was not ancient Greece, whatever. That was like sweatshirt, sweatpants, and stuff they would be wearing in the Hunger Games armor.
Yeah.
There was a lot of those moments, and that's my biggest flaw with it, is nothing with Odysseus in his journey. You had the monster, you had the Cyclops, the Siren, Circe the Witch, the two monsters, the one was the Vortex and the one on the cliffs. You had all that.
And I think those were all done pretty well.
Yeah, those were all sweet. Even like the Trojan War scenes, the Battle of Troy was sweet. I thought it was
definitely sort of a different take than I've ever seen with the Trojan horse, where they built it. They were, I guess I never really got into the Odyssey very much, but they built it on the, they were trying to get in there forever, 10 years or whatever they said. Finally, like, hey, let's build a horse. And they left it on the beach and everybody left. So it was kind of half buried in the beach. You know what I mean? You always get the picture it's on a platform with wheels. Yeah. That's kind of how they always present it. And you don't really think about the guys inside it so much. Probably with benches and you're just waiting for 10 minutes to get rolled into the thing. Yeah. But they were in there for a long time and they were all just piled in there. Right. So that was kind of cool. Kind of a different take. Yeah. So none of that Odysseus stuff was the problem for me. The problem was the Tom Holland, everything happening in Ithaca stuff. Was not done very well. That fell so flat for me. Because it just felt so... I mean, you have great actors. Tom Holland isn't a bad actor, although this is like his first movie outside of Spider-Man that I've seen. Yeah. Robert Pattinson, he's great. He's great at playing a little freak villain. And he was the typical freak villain where I'm going to just run my mouth and make everybody else do
Yeah.
everything. I'm gonna, when anything hits the fan, I'm gonna go to the back and let everybody do the dirty work.
Anne Hathaway's great too, but for me watching that half of the movie, and that's the other part too, that was a lot of the movie. I was surprised how much of that was. And for 3 hours, I reckon you could cut 20 minutes of that.
Yeah, I agree.
But
But yes, 2 hours and 52-minute runtime. I'm gonna say it didn't feel that long,
no.
but in retrospect, you had a lot of fat you could have trimmed.
Yeah. And that stuff fell flat. It felt very disconnected. It didn't feel like ancient Greece or even something medieval. It didn't feel like anything. And when those guys were interacting with each other, Tom Holland and Robert Pattinson's character, I was like, I don't know. That room doesn't feel, it feels hollow. It doesn't feel like it's in a world. And these guys are interacting with each other, and I'm just like, they don't feel like they're in ancient Greece or a medieval era. And they feel so disconnected from each other as well, even though they're from the same city. Like something like Game of Thrones, you could take any two characters from that show and at any point in time have them meet and interact, and you go, they're in the same world at the same time, experiencing the same things, even though they've been a country apart for 3 seasons. I was not getting that vibe here. I was getting the vibe that it's these guys clocked in for work, said their lines, and didn't really get into a character or a chemistry or a world with each other. And also the lines, they felt delivered like a stage play a lot of times for them. Like it felt like Tom Holland stepped up and delivered his monologue lines, then stepped back so Robert Pattinson could step forward and deliver his lines and then step back.
Good. I see that. You're right.
And so
I didn't notice that, but
none of the hate people were saying because they're like, how is a black guy in there? Okay, I don't care.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be saying that. Okay, I don't want a one-for-one transition. I don't want to be reading subtitles the whole movie because these guys are speaking Greek.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
I don't mind that. I don't mind the dialogue switch. I don't mind that there's a black guy
there was a couple
there.
dialogue I didn't like.
But the dialogue was flat, was the problem for me. You changed it, but it wasn't intense. It wasn't entertaining.
It didn't make it better that you switched it.
Right. I was like, I don't know, it just wasn't. Again, I hate to compare it to Game of Thrones, but the dialogue in Game of Thrones is when two characters that would have been in Tom Holland and Robert Pattinson's position would go at each other with dialogue. You're like, oh, these guys.
There's some subtext and there's some hate. They would, especially Robert Pattinson. Well, they probably both would have hated each other.
Right.
And you don't really get.
It's so like childhood hate-ish.
Yeah.
It's not an adult hating another adult or even.
Like, because Robert Pattinson wants him out of the way.
Right. He's like.
They kind of through the whole. They were like. And he's even saying, they just want to give me an excuse to fight them so that they can kill me. Well, they did that at one point and they didn't kill him for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
And then they started plotting again to figure out another way to provoke him into attacking them so that they could kill him. Well, you literally just had your chance and you didn't do anything.
And that's the other thing I guess I don't understand why Tom Holland just wouldn't be the next guy up, the prince. Why?
I didn't understand that either.
And I think part of it's because he's supposed to be younger. Granted, he has to be at least 20.
But Game of Thrones, they just, whoever it is, they just throw him in there.
Right.
So I don't know which one's accurate.
Right. I mean, even the Bible, it's like, oh, this kid was 8 years old when he started ruling over Jerusalem.
Yeah.
So I guess, I don't know what Greece was doing, but it also was like, why doesn't Tom Holland, because he's at least 22 years old, historically in the story, because if Odysseus was gone 20 years.
Yeah.
That kid was probably 2 when he left.
Yeah.
Well, he's at least 20 years old. He's at least a man.
Yeah.
But I was getting the impression, like I didn't even think about that till afterwards, but like during the movie I was like, is he supposed to be like playing a 13-year-old kid? You know, like why is they not like, I guess.
Yeah, I did the math too because it seems like they're trying to push him off as, well,
a wimpy kid.
Yeah, but then I'm thinking, well, yeah, it's been 70, he's got to be 20.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know what the problem was there. Because even at the end, they're like, oh, he's the prince now, and Odysseus and the wife
Odysseus
are
comes back, and the king and queen are leaving, so now he's in charge.
Yeah, so
why couldn't he have just been in charge?
Right, even if he had to prove himself, he was getting trained Tom Holland isn't like a scrawny guy. I think that, like I said, that half the movie it falls very flat on multiple levels. I mean, even storyline wise, obviously we're picking it apart right now. And it's not even something like Dune where he starts off a kind of a scrawny... It's not even like in Dune where he starts off as a scrawny baby kid. And in Dune, he's 15 years old. Again, this guy has to be 20, 22. So... But he's not that scrawny kid who has to learn the ways of the desert and whatnot. Tom Holland's built. He is a built... I mean, obviously he plays Spider-Man. He's got some muscle to him. And you see him training. I don't get what was going on there.
Yeah, that was weird. But I liked the way they told the story, though.
Yeah.
Where Odysseus kind of got stranded on an island or something, and so he's trying to remember, and so he's jogging his memory this whole time, and he kind of talks into each scene.
Right.
And then they show that part of it. I thought that was cool and interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I think all the Odysseus stuff was very good. That was... I mean, and that's what you're selling the movie on.
You could have done without... You almost could have done without all that palace stuff.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You got 3 hours of a movie here. You could at least cut 20 minutes of that.
Yeah, because it didn't lend anything.
No. Once you get the point, you get the point. Because also, that's the whole time I was thinking, too, the more I went back to it, the more I was like, why is Tom Holland just not the guy? I think if you would have done it once or twice, I wouldn't even have thought of it.
Yeah.
But then you really start laying into it. And I'm like, wait a minute, why?
Yeah, because they keep...
Why would he not?
You're too young. And the queen was like, I should just be it. Well, why? Why are we doing that then? Why
you could be it. Yeah, why not just say that? Or use your son as the pawn for your voice.
Yeah, they do that. Maybe
they do that in Game of Thrones.
Watch a couple episodes of Game of Thrones.
Oh, this Cersei Lannister girl is just throwing up anybody in front of her.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. But going to the only character I didn't care for was the witch on that island. I just thought whoever played her was terrible.
Yeah, she did have a cool... when she started messing with them was sweet, though. When she
that was cool how they did that.
Yeah.
They were all going nuts eating human flesh, I guess, probably, right?
Yeah.
And so they all just started going crazy, and then she started, like, mushing their heads around, and like they're clay or something, and turning them into pigs. But her acting just really threw me off, and, like, took me out of the movie. She was that bad, I thought.
I didn't really notice that.
I was like...
Yeah, there was...
Can't get somebody better than this?
I did like the monsters, though. The Mist. Cyclops was sweet.
Cyclops was pretty cool.
Although...
No, you know what? It was a good movie. Not saying it's not, but Jason and the Argonauts, Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger... Those are some classic movies. That was some classic action and effects and monsters in those movies. That I like the Cyclops, I like the Giants, but if you compare them to Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger and Jason and the Argonauts, not quite the punch.
Not quite the punch. Yeah, I like the Cyclops. I like that they were like, oh, he starts to talk to us. Or he's talking, they realize that he's talking. Because in the book, and maybe this is in those movies as well, Odysseus and him talk, I feel like. I feel like they have communication. Because Odysseus tricks him and goes, oh, I'm nobody. And that's why they can't get cursed until Odysseus does something. I think Odysseus is sailing away and yells his name out. I'm Odysseus, and that's when they get cursed. So he's like kind of a prideful fool. Because the whole time... he gets stabbed and they're like, what happened to your eye? What happened to your eye? He's like, oh, nobody stabbed me in the eye. Nobody hurt me.
Because he was saying he was nobody.
Yeah, Odysseus said that was his name. And so everybody's like, oh, this guy's just a fool. Like, nobody hurt him. He did it himself. And it was like a trick. And it shows Odysseus' cleverness. Because did they give him credit for the horse in this movie? He came up with the horse idea.
Oh, yeah. He gets...
Right, so he's supposed to be clever, so I feel like they missed a chance to show how... his wit to be like, oh, nobody, I'm nobody. But then they also his pride. And they do show that in the movie. He turns around and shoots him with an arrow.
Shoot him.
And that's like the biggest
thing. What are you
doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then that caused a bunch of trouble because and that's what got him into trouble with the gods.
Yeah.
And then the giants were cool.
Yeah. They just come marching out of the woods.
Yeah, and they just tear up the two
Shoving
boats.
people, yeah. Yeah, that was cool. Which scene was cool other than the acting, obviously? The sirens, those were pretty...
That was cool.
Yeah. There's not much you could do with that.
Yeah.
Outside of what they did, I mean...
But I like the way they did it, though.
Yeah,
I mean, you definitely got the idea.
Yeah,
the one guy got loose, or they put wax in their ears so that they couldn't hear, and then that one guy...
Took the wax out.
The wax came out, or he started to hear him or something, and he jumped overboard after him. And that was cool, how they did that. And then the whirlpool, but the guy took over.
Right. So that kind of showed how clever he was, because he knew they would go. Because he's like, go for the whirlpool. And they knew no, we're not following you, whatever.
And then those monsters
grabbed
6 guys. Another cool part was when all the dead people came.
Yeah.
Was that after the witch?
Yeah, she told him to go there.
Oh, yeah.
And then I saw this thing. They actually had those guys buried in the sand. They buried them and gave them like snorkels.
Oh, jeez.
That you couldn't see. So then when they came out, they actually came out of the ground.
It looked cool.
Yeah. Egamon's armor was sweet. That dark
the big guy. He really didn't ever do anything.
Right.
You just got the impression that there was just
was just aura farming.
Big dude,
Yeah.
Was supposed to be the best guy. Matt Damon, that's a guy, right?
Yeah, the main guy.
Yeah, he... great job.
Yeah, per usual. I did like the Athena stuff, like Zendaya being there, and then it turns out they killed her. That went back to right at the beginning when Tom Holland's like, oh, it could be a god in disguise.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I think that was... I took it as that was real Athena. She was there watching that happen. And then they brought her right before her statue. Because they also said the horse was a gift for Athena.
Oh.
So I feel like that was the real Athena, and they chopped her head off right there.
That was cool to bring that back.
Yeah.
Because you're like, why is this Zendaya bugging them?
Yeah, she's like... And then obviously the pin. It's a lot of Athena stuff.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting. I don't know if the beggar at the beginning was a god. I don't know if they were like...
Just a very...
Yeah, because the lightning struck and goes, oh, that was lucky. Like, I wonder if it was...
Yeah, I think he was... I think that was...
I also don't get why Tom Holland couldn't start killing these people. Because he kills the one guy at the end. But that was their thing. Oh, you can't kill anybody. You ruined Zeus's guest right, whatever.
Yeah, but... Yeah, that whole logic of how that worked needed to be explained better, or... Yeah, why couldn't he just kick them out?
The politics of it.
Why couldn't he just kick them all out?
Yeah. Or I could see if they were like trying to challenge him one-on-one and he kept denying that. Because he was like, I can't beat them.
Yeah.
Or he's afraid he wasn't good enough to beat them or something.
Yeah, like he was the one putting it off.
Right.
So that caused this log jam.
Yeah. Yeah. Although when Odysseus comes back and just starts killing them all in that room, that was sweet.
It was sweet.
They're such clowns, though. That one guy really got everybody.
Yeah, and there was a shit ton of guys that he's killing. Like, it's just, there was more people. He was killing more people than were in the room.
Oh, for sure. At one point I was like, oh, it's got to be down to like 3 people.
And then he gets surrounded by like 12 of them.
Wait a minute.
Where are they all coming from? There was not that many. Because they all did a challenge. Because they kept saying, oh, there's like a couple dozen suitors. He killed like 40 of them. Oh, and then he got surrounded by 12.
Then he kills those 12.
Yeah. Which is fine. That's all good.
Yeah.
I just was kind of laughing to myself. That's just how movies are, though. When you need bad guys, you can... They're just unlimited supply.
Yeah.
You just keep killing them.
Yeah. That was sweet. I did like the stuff, like how Robert Pattinson's character traded with that one kid and sent the kid to war. And then he brought it back. I wasn't
quite sure.
I didn't know what was going on there either, because he kept saying, I volunteered, and then that guy was saying, oh, I wouldn't let my son trade him. But then that kid was saying, oh, I traded with him. I was confused by that too. I wonder what.
So what do you think? What do you think really happened? I get the impression that he gave it to that little kid.
Right.
Robert Pattinson switched his and gave him.
That's what I thought too.
And I really think that Odysseus knew because he kind of put his arm around that kid and said, "I'll take care of him."
Yeah.
The little chubby kid that turned out to be.
What was Cinna? Was that the name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what happened there either. I kept trying to, because they bring it up like 3 times. I was like, I really wonder what they're trying to say.
Because, the one guy, yeah. It was like they drafted people they had to pick lots like Hunger Games to see who was going to go to fight this war. And younger kids were going because they figure it's going to be a couple years till they get there or something. They'll grow up and train them on the way.
I guess. We're risking it all.
Yeah. So, and then
Something
Robert
happened.
Pattinson and the Simeon character, whatever her name is, Cinna. There was something going on where one of them drew the lock to go and the other one didn't, and they were...
Something switched.
Something switched. So, but they didn't do a good job of
explaining what
showing
really happened.
it in time, but then you kept hearing the different versions of the story throughout the movie.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. But they also did not get the dialogue right for that either.
No.
Like, because Cinna, explained it, but I was still confused.
I was confused the whole time, too. I thought maybe I was just stupid.
Yeah, same. I was like, I wonder what they're trying to say here.
Because he was supposed to bring that thing back.
Yeah, and he did bring it back. Like, when he threw it on the tray, I like that.
Which made me think that he screwed them.
Yes, that's what I thought, too.
That's the only time I really got the impression that he cheated and screwed him because Odysseus was like, "Here, you punk."
Yeah, and he, freaked out.
And then he shoved it down his throat.
Yeah. But it didn't seem like he screwed, because the way Cinna said it was like, "Oh, yeah, I couldn't switch my lot. I wouldn't switch my lot with him," or something.
Yeah. Like she was covering for him or something.
Yeah.
If that's what happened.
We don't know.
We don't know. So, I think acting was good. Soundtrack, did you even notice a soundtrack?
That's the one thing I was going to mention.
Thought of that.
I didn't notice. I did like the Cyclops. There was an alien sort of music going on to it.
I didn't notice.
And then I think the other one I liked was the witch when Odysseus was hunting the deer while those guys were eating. I thought the soundtrack made it more intense of what was going on.
I think it made it... You knew something was off.
Right. But it was not beautiful. And there's a couple things I've seen online. One, the IMAX for this movie. People are complaining because it does cut off a lot. Usually the IMAX just kind of shows more of the background, top and bottom. But people have seen the IMAX, the scene with Odysseus standing in front of the giants, what we saw in the regular theater, the giants get cut off from the head up and the legs down. But the IMAX shows it all. And it is quite the impressive picture because you get the full giant and Odysseus is standing there and you realize just how big they are. And it's a lot of scenes like that. You get a lot more on the top and the bottom other than just kind of
How will they do that
stuff.
when it comes to streaming?
I have no idea.
Will they... What's the ratio for IMAX? Is it the same ratio as... It can't be, because otherwise they would just shrink it and fit it in.
And usually you don't miss that much. That's why people are upset. You usually don't miss that much.
A little bit.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of it's the background that you're getting, so it feels... But this one, they're like... This is kind of screwball right now. So there's that, and then they really grade it down. They dulled the colors of it because they showed
from IMAX to
just in general.
Oh,
they showed how they were filming it. There's a scene where dolphins come up on the side of the ship.
Yeah,
that's real. They were just filming because they filmed on real water, and the dolphins just showed up. And Christian was like,
"Oh, we're gonna use that.
Get that." And you see how beautiful it looked. The water, crystal blue. Wherever they were filming, crystal blue, and the dolphins come flying up, and they're gray. The ship, the colors of the ship, the colors of the sail, everything's much more vibrant in real life. And for some reason they dulled it all out in the movie. Even the sky, it's that's kind of disappointing.
I would think you would want, but if the whole rest of the film is going to be dulled out, you wouldn't want that scene. The crystal blue water.
Well, yeah, but all of them sailing is on real water.
Yeah.
And you're going on these real islands, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know why you wouldn't. Because I think about Pirates of the Caribbean. Any of those movies.
Those have a grit to them.
Those have a
But
grit,
they're
but they
color- they're
allow
colorful,
them to
yeah.
be beautiful. And that's the other thing about the soundtrack. You know, there's nothing like that. Nothing like that in the movie where it's just sailing. Like, because there's a few shots where it's just the boat's going.
Yeah.
And you don't really get
That big...
whatever's going on in the Pirates of the Caribbean music.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about like the main dun-dun-dun.
Right.
I'm talking about there's
Big,
when you watch it.
Big, I don't know what the word is, big, elaborate, or, you know...
Yeah, something.
Extravagant.
Something that makes you go,
They're out there.
We're on an adventure right now.
Yeah.
I didn't get that. I didn't get that from this one, unfortunately.
No. Interesting. I mean, it's worth watching. I guess if you have IMAX and an extra $30,
Well, yeah, that's...
I would go to that
Yeah.
just to see it. Because, you know, a 7.5 for the movies we've been reviewing, 7.5 is on the top end.
Yeah, this and Obsession. I forget what I gave it. Obsession was
We
probably,
probably
an 8.
gave an 8,
Yeah.
7, 8.
Yeah, that movie was freaky.
That was a good movie.
Yeah.
I mean, for the movies we've been reviewing on this podcast, this is definitely one of the better
This
ones.
is top tier, yeah. What was it? Supergirl? I mean, even Evil Dead.
Yeah, Evil Dead, Supergirl, Backrooms,
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Not bad movies. But
no, but this is definitely one above those.
Yeah, for sure.
This is above those. But like I said, the Dune 3 trailer is still the best movie I've seen.
Dune 3 trailer looks good. I'm just worried. What other trailer was there? And I was like, why did they show...
Probably Spider-Man. At this point, I've
There
seen...
was a gag. No, it was the new Fockers movie.
Oh, a new Fokker.
What was it? Were you there for that?
Yeah, with Ariana Grande.
Yeah. I forget what it is. Fokker-in-law or something. But I just don't know why they give away so much in the trailers. And I don't think Dune is giving away too much.
No.
Because I don't really know... I don't feel like I'm watching a condensed version of the film, beat for beat, in order. Which is what they do with so many movies. You don't even need to go to the movie. It's just beat for beat, and you can tell the story. This happens, this happens, this happens. They do it in order, which they never used to do. You would get some cool scenes from the movie.
Right.
Enough to lure you in. But they did a gag in that Fockers trailer, and it was like 2 gags back to back in the same scene. And I'm like, save that second half of that for the movie. I just saw the whole thing now. You could have had the door open up and the person was surprised, and that was funny. That was a gag. And then all of a sudden, the second part of the gag is a dog comes flying in or something. I forget what it was. And I was like, why did you show that?
Oh, yeah.
Save
I
that
kind of
for
know
the
what you're talking
movie.
about, yeah. Yeah. What was the one?
It's like the Fantastic Four. You did not have to show that she was pregnant ever.
Right. It
In
wouldn't have made a
the
difference.
trailers. Wouldn't have, and it would have been such a cool reveal in the movie.
Yeah, people are mad, and I agree. I've seen this. Why are we showing the Hulk in the Spider-Man trailers?
Yeah,
Everybody knows
you're
he's
right.
going to be there.
But we don't need to see it.
Right. Because that would be exciting to see him.
Yeah.
That would be exciting to see Hulk be just straight Hulk again. Because last time we got him was, I'm smart Hulk. I'm a goofy bimbo.
Wasn't even
we haven't
the
seen
last,
just
the last
this type
Avengers.
of Hulk.
Yeah, you're right. You knew Bruce Banner was in it. You know the
We
Hulk.
know
We
it's
know the
got-
Hulk
yes.
is in it. But you also showed him in the trailer, right? Why?
And you showed him hulking out. You show him transforming and turning around. And you're
then
showing
grabbing him and
yes.
fighting. Why? You're right. Why? We
Why
all know
bother?
that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Don't give it away.
But now
Don't.
we've seen it.
Yeah, now I've seen it. Now when I see that on the big screen in the movie, it's lost its impact.
And you have enough.
Oh,
you have
you've got a lot.
Scorpion, you have the Hand, you
got
have
Punisher,
Punisher, Tarantula.
the old characters,
Right.
Ned and
Yeah, Ned and MJ. To their credit, they haven't done anything with Sadie Sink yet. They haven't shown her in a trailer.
must not be in the movie.
They haven't shown her in a trailer. They haven't revealed her. A lot of people think she's going to be Jean Grey. I like that. But, so to their credit, they haven't done anything with her. But you could have also saved the Hulk.
Yeah, you could have, because we all know it's coming.
Right.
But now it's lost that impact in the theaters.
Exactly.
And it doesn't. You're not luring us in with that. We all know it's coming.
Yeah.
You don't need to sell the movie on that.
They did the same thing with the Captain America, with the Red Hulk. They showed Red Hulk in those trailers. It's like, dude,
Right.
We know he's going to be coming, and we haven't seen Red Hulk ever before. Don't show him in a trailer.
Give me something to go to the movie for.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I don't know what the thinking is. I mean, I think there's a desperation to get people into theaters because there's so many bombs. Right. It's Spider-Man, though. I think you can save some for the theater.
Yeah, you can just show Spider-Man. Because it's also the first one where it's not Spider-Man in an Iron Man suit either. You know?
Which is good.
Yes.
Which will be cool. Be different. Yeah, you got enough. You got it. We're all coming.
Yes, it's Spider-Man.
We're all coming.
That's like a Batman. You know, those two guys are just...
Speaking of that, just that little teaser.
Oh, yeah.
Was pretty sweet.
But then they're like, we delayed it another 6 months. Which
you know
is
what?
crazy.
And even the new Batman has that music that he has his theme that you can identify, that you identify, you pick up
threw it
on
on there.
Yeah.
Dude, that movie's going to be sweet.
A
little bit of snow in there.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
A little bit of over-shoulder cape, maybe.
Let's not try and shoehorn Aquaman in there.
Well, yeah, now people are going back to, this is in the DCU, It's not.
It's not.
I saw the dumbest thing. These two guys were like, what if this is just, how they do it is, this is 15 years before Superman. So this is all the early years of Batman, these movies, and then the DCU is going to do Robert Pattinson Batman, but 15 years older. Don't waste your time with that.
Please do not.
Just give us another Batman. That will sell. Don't overcomplicate, guys.
Yeah, don't overcomplicate. Just have another Batman. Have a different Batman. It'll work. It'll be fine.
It will make you'll make money. I mean, you're throwing Supergirl out there.
And her uniform is just like Superman's. It's bright colors.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? You're throwing a Supergirl movie out there. Why? What could possibly be the thought process of going, should we just have one Batman? No, have two.
Yeah.
Have two. If you're making a Supergirl movie, who cares at that point over there, you know?
Yeah.
You don't have Wonder Woman, but you have Supergirl.
Is there plans for Wonder Woman?
No, they don't.
What?
They don't have plans for Wonder Woman or Batman. The next one is Superman 2. Man of Tomorrow is their next movie. They have a Green Lantern show coming out in August.
Saw that.
Then Superman 2.
Yeah, what are you thinking? Yeah, well,
come on, guys.
give us the gray and blue Batman.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
And the old school Batmobile.
Yeah.
How sweet would that be?
Yeah, that's the other thing too. If you keep Robert Pattinson Batman,
it just does not.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work anywhere you put it.
It just does not fit.
But if you have and you should have your own Batman, you can go for the first time in a long time. Be like, yeah, the Batmobile can
be a car.
Be the Batmobile.
Can be a Batmobile. Yeah.
It can have fins on it.
Yeah, it can be a Batmobile. Doesn't have to be a real life vehicle.
Yeah, tank.
And let's think of the marketing, fellas, and let's think of the money to be made. You've got the Robert Pattinson Batman action figure, and you've got the DCU action figure.
That's what I'm saying.
You've got the Pattinson comics and the DCU comic. You got the mug and anything. You've got two of them, and they're both going to sell.
And they're Batman. I would get if it was Supergirl.
Yeah, you can't have two Supergirls. Can't have two Aquamans.
You can't. Borderline Superman too. I could get how there could be discussion. Will two Superman sell? I don't know.
No, I don't think they will. For some reason, that's not the same.
That's what I'm saying.
Superman gets very locked in.
That's what I mean. That's exactly what I'm saying. I feel like Batman is the one character you can go, we can have two of them.
Because we've had different incarnations. And he's Batman.
That's what I mean, though. That's what I'm saying is, this is the one character. This is literally the one character.
You know why?
It's Batman.
Because he has been successful at every turn.
Yes.
Adam West, Michael Keaton, Christian Bale. You could go maybe Val Kilmer. It was got a little sketchy at the end there. And then Robert Pattinson. It has been like James Bond. You can have different guys for some reason.
Right.
And there's not a lot of hate for... There's no hate for any of them.
Right.
Like people
hate Ben Affleck. Batman,
well,
that's just a poor portrayal.
That's just
but
that's poor writing.
That's what I mean. It's not like Ben Affleck's fault.
But yeah, but also it was a minor that whole thing just, you know what I mean. But people for some reason argue and hate on Henry
Cavill.
Cavill or this guy
Yeah.
or that guy for some reason. Nobody's hating on Michael Keaton. Nobody's hating
Right,
on
they're
Christian
like, yeah.
Bale. Nobody's hating on Robert Pattinson.
You're right. It's not even a debate. I mean, some people have the debate who's the best live action Batman, but everybody goes, "Oh, they're all good."
I mean, I was scared when I heard Michael Keaton was going to be it because at the time he was a comedy guy, and I was scared when I saw Robert Pattinson. But I like him.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
for some reason Batman does not fall in that classification.
Right.
That you
Yeah.
can just let's make another one because nobody's going to care, and they can be out. We can have one in 2027 and then do the other guy in 2028, and
Yes.
nobody's going to bat an eye.
And everybody will love it.
It'll be like when the James Bond, when Sean Connery and Roger Moore had movies out at the same time. Nobody cared.
Nobody cared. Everybody
So for
loved it.
some reason, now I get why Marvel doesn't want to risk it. Like have different actors play Captain America now.
Right.
I get why they wouldn't want to risk it because it's all pretty dicey right now anyway. And you're
Yeah, they also don't know
Bankroll.
what they're doing. And
Yeah.
they don't have, this other thing, they don't have the opportunity. They didn't make a Captain America movie and then start a universe and have to go, should we include this Captain America in that
Yeah.
universe or not? And with Captain America, he is a character you would have to do one or the other. Spider-Man is the Marvel character, the Marvel equivalent of Batman, where you could do two of those, I reckon.
yeah, you could, but you don't have two universes to work.
That's
on.
what I'm saying. Batman is, again, the
And
character.
Spider-Man, people will debate that. It's more about the movies being bad than the
Right.
actors playing them. So you're right. Spider-Man for some reason has that
Is your
same
one
because
character.
you have started different ones. The problem with Marvel is this is a continuation of
Right.
the Endgame and that whole thing we got going.
That's what I mean. DC, you are in prime real estate right now to make money because it's Batman as well.
Yes, it's Batman. It doesn't
It's the
matter.
most popular character you have. Why would you not be making two?
Yeah, make two. It's two of
You're
everything.
in the, again, you could look at
$50
it.
million movie? Let's do two of them.
You could look at it as, unfortunately, we started the Batman universe and everybody liked that, but we want to do the DCU, so what do we do?
We're buying. I'm buying.
Or you could
that.
look at it, fortunately, we started the Batman and we have the DCU.
So fortunately, we can do two Batmans.
Yes, we're not
Nobody's
stuck.
gonna worry.
Again, I could see the problem if it was Wonder Woman. Yeah, fold her in. Fold her in. You can't.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Because you don't even have the vibe. For whatever reason, Batman is one of those characters that he can be dark and gritty and
You're
real.
right.
But then also, you can put him in a powder blue cowl
I
with
would
the
love
bright
to see
yellow
that in
symbol
live action.
and have him fight Killer Croc or Man Bat.
Let's do
Or
it.
an out of control Joker. And then over here you can have, this is just Seven, but
With
we have a
Batman.
Batman. We have Batman in there.
Why not? Let's just do it.
Because Superman, you can't do that. He's not a character that is. He needs to be good. He needs to be always good and colorful, and he
and
also
that's part of the reason why.
is Superman. He comes from outer space. Okay, you can't do dark, gritty, real Superman. Who cares? Who wants to see that?
Yeah, nobody. Because what would
He
he do?
doesn't
Just start
have the
killing?
villain catalog either.
Right, you're very limited.
Oh, we have Brainiac, General Zod, Lex Luthor.
And we haven't even really seen Brainiac yet.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, because
Batman. It's like
dude, we got.
we
everybody.
have these guys.
We're
that
gonna
are
make
just-
Clayface the villain movie.
Yeah.
What about that?
We beat that dead horse. We beat that Trojan horse. Throw Batman in there as a horror element, as a literal elemental giant. It could be a creature. It could be a supernatural entity that is hunting
Through his
Clayface.
eyes. Through his eyes.
And to the audience, I don't want to see. I don't need to see it. Yeah. If it is a giant bat's flying in the out, he's running away, and all of a sudden in the background, you just see a giant bat drop down on him and beat him up.
I don't know. I don't know where they're going with that. Why wouldn't you just tweak that a little bit and make it not Clayface, make it an original horror character?
Yeah, I get
Nobody, you know what I mean? If you have that guy go and erase
And
his
he's a
face,
horror.
nobody's gonna. Oh, you're stealing Clayface. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you're doing a different sort of take on him anyway.
Yeah.
Why are we doing Clayface if it's not going to tie into Batman?
That's the only thing I guarantee. I mean, I don't guarantee it because people haven't figured this one out yet. Because we have Joker and Venom and whatnot.
Yeah.
But you throw Batman in there. Again, you don't have to cast him. He is just a shadow. He is an entity because Clayface is the hero of the movie, of this movie.
Yeah,
He's
he
the
doesn't
protagonist.
need to be... He doesn't need to have any story or scenes.
He's just there, and that's aura. And everybody would love that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh, there's the Batman!
Oh, sweet!
What's going on? And he just jumps out of the shadows. Because again, you're in prime real estate where you could pull it off because you did something stupid by making a Clayface movie, but imagine if you're like, it's the one time we can do Batman through a villain's eyes. Because these guys are like scared of Batman. You know, you don't really get it often, but there is times in like the animated series when the villains are talking. What is he? We don't know. You know, there always is that question. The villains don't know what he is. That's like why Bane hunts him in Nightfall, because Bane thinks he is some supernatural thing. He has visions in his mind that he needs to go kill Batman.
Let's talk about that one for a second.
That Nightfall?
Yeah, animated.
I think we said it on here. At one point, a while ago, we said, why don't they just take the comic books and animate that? Because we were talking about Secret Wars. Why not just take the original Secret Wars and animate that? Word for word. Panel for panel.
Basically.
Why not?
Why not?
The original Infinity War storyline.
There's got to be animators out there looking for a job. Hey, any more, though, just send that comic book to AI and, hey, make this into a movie.
Yeah, do something. Yeah. But I'm glad they're doing it. Nightfall. That would be sweet.
That'd be good. Looks pretty cool.
But yeah, you can do that with every character. I mean, Batman has so many, too.
Batman has so many good stories.
You might as well just do it. I mean, even the one... They are doing Absolute Batman. That would be sweet. Absolute Batman animated.
What about this? Another idea, DC. Another genius money-making idea for you. We used to have Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah.
Every week. So they were pumping out half-hour cartoons
That's what these
on
could
a
be.
weekly basis.
That's what these could be.
No. Hear me out.
Okay.
Instead of a comic book, which comes out monthly, why don't we have monthly animated 1 hour comic?
Yeah.
And you, like you say, you could just do all the old comics. They used to be pumping out animated 30-minute episodes weekly. So let's just do a monthly animated comic.
Or a TV show weekly. It could be that same thing. You take Scott Snyder's run of the New 52 Batman. Court of Owls.
Yeah.
That's
That's
the
what I'm
introduction.
saying.
The first 12 issues is Court of Owls and City of Owls. There's 12 episodes.
That's a year. Boom.
You don't even have to do it but don't do it monthly. You could do it
I'm just trying to make it easy for you guys.
But you have the source material animated ahead of time, release it weekly. 12 episodes.
Boom.
How many? That's 3 months, 4 months?
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Come on.
You have it. And people would see that because they'd be like, oh, it's
Because there's people
Batman.
that don't read comics. Like, I haven't read those comics.
Right, and you should.
I would watch a show. Yeah, you're saying it's always good.
Yeah, they're sweet.
But if the
Court of
animation's
Owls is sweet because it's... I mean, that was all new for Batman.
Yeah.
That was
It's
a new villain.
He's still getting new cool villains.
Yeah. That's all that, yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, I like that they're doing Nightfall. I hope that they do Court of Owls, City of Owls. I mean, there's... It's Court of Owls, man. That story was crazy. Batman's like in this labyrinth under Gotham, and these guys are watching him. He's going crazy. I'm excited that they're doing the Absolute Batman. Because I want to know if they're going to do... If they're just going to do one for one from the comics, or if they're going to try to do... I imagine just one for one from the comics.
They're doing Absolute Batman animated?
Yeah.
Oh.
Animated series. That would be sweet.
That could be sweet. So they're trying.
Yeah.
They're trying.
They're getting...
But let's step it up.
Yeah, Marvel, you should be doing this.
Yeah.
With Secret Wars coming out, you have 2 Secret Wars. You have
that.
The 80s one.
Yeah, why not? Because those were great. Those were great comics.
Yeah. And then you have the Jonathan Hickman Secret Wars. That's a little more of a plot than just drop all of our main characters on this planet for some toys.
That's what they did in the 80s.
That one is, we have worlds colliding. Miles Morales, Spider-Man, is fighting Peter Parker, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's the first time they met. That was how all that happened. Evil Mr. Fantastic. God Emperor Doom.
I mean, yeah, that's cool. But why? Because those things sell in reprints and the originals are sought after.
Yeah.
It's a property that's gonna sell in a different medium of an animated show.
Yeah. And Marvel has like X-Men 97 animated series that they're doing now. They're releasing new episodes, but in the style of the 97.
Oh, yeah.
The animation's great. The voice acting's great. The story, I don't follow the story, but clearly you do it. You have an animation team. Take that animation team and go, all right, guys, do Secret Wars.
Yeah, I would watch that.
That'd be sweet. Do Secret Wars, do Infinity War.
So much to be done.
Yeah.
You're scrounging for material.
Yeah, when you have it.
And those are, like, those can fund your flops.
Yes.
To some extent, because those are going to sell.
Yeah, you have the entire Jonathan Hickman's New Avengers run that he did that all led into Secret Wars. 50 issue runs, 50 episodes.
That people are going to watch.
Yeah, I mean, that's why he was able to do it. He has 100 issues of connected story over 2 different comics that lead into Secret Wars. And Marvel's like, yeah, you keep going, because everybody keeps buying these. Everybody loves them. You're making this story intriguing. It's not just, let's go get them, guys. There's like, Captain America and Iron Man are arguing over morally correct. At one point, the incursions start to happen, so worlds start to collide. That's why Secret Wars happens. But they get the Infinity Gauntlet. Captain America wears it to push a planet away from crashing into Earth.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, but you have these things that, I don't want to say are guaranteed money makers, but they're going to be guaranteed. But yeah, to some extent, it's guaranteed.
Yes, everybody liked that. It's what we talk about with
market
Supergirl.
research that shows people will buy this.
It's what we talk about with Supergirl, the comic book, the Supergirl comic.
Yeah.
Everybody liked that. Why are we switching anything to the movie? Why do we do all
Unless
that?
we know for sure that.
Right.
Wait, here was the weakest part of this comic. What can we do to...
Or we'll just cut it out.
Yeah, or just cut it out because
no one liked that part. Oh wait, everybody liked this whole comic book. It's an award winner.
Let's monkey it up.
It's so good we're going to make a movie based off of it, but we're going to change everything that everybody liked. Because that was like a big hype for the Supergirl movie. Everybody's like, oh, it's based off of Woman of Tomorrow. It's going to be so good.
Yeah.
They were releasing images of the girl reading it. Millie Alcock reading it. Everybody's like, oh, this is going to be sweet.
And
we did not do that. Or the same thing with Stephen King or any book adaptations. Why? Guys, the book sold. It's New York Times bestseller.
The reason you're making a movie of it is because it was so good.
Everybody liked it. Just do it one for one. They wrote it for us. They wrote the script for us.
They did the work for you.
They wrote the dialogue and the locations. In fact, we don't even have to guess what we want the house to look like. Here's some details he wrote in there about the house and what's going on in the background.
Yeah.
Do this. Do this. Don't even switch the order.
It sold 10 million copies.
People are still buying it.
You're right. They overcomplicate.
Right, because they made a Carrie TV show.
Yeah.
They're making a Carrie TV show. I haven't seen anything. I just seen like the still image they released.
But they're
hopefully they don't mess it up.
They're gonna, because it's been done at least 2 times now as a movie. There was original in the 80s, and then I think they just recently
remade one.
They remade it. So the new whoever's doing it now has to put their own take on it.
But maybe their own take is, I'm a really big fan of the book. We haven't done the book yet. I'm just going to do the book, which I hope. Because I read that book recently, and it was like, oh, this would be good as a TV. I told you that. I said this would be good as a TV show, almost True Detective style in the sense that they have somebody like interviewing, because there's interview clips later on
that.
Of like the girls being like, yeah, you know, Carrie was weird, but we bullied her, you know.
Oops.
We bullied her and then the town burned down, so. But that brings me back to the point of, where's the Dark Tower series? when can we get that?
Yeah.
And that is the one you do monkey with the ending. You know, get some guys in there.
Dude, monkey
get some
with the
guys in there.
I bailed on it. 50,000, 100,000 pages and 12 books, and I couldn't finish it. I got to the end and it was like, all right, this is just, it's just absurd now. I remember reading the ending of the book and I was like, oh, this is it? And then it was like, he did the note at the end and he goes, oh, if you really need a better ending, it's on the next, or if you need a more concrete ending, it's on the next page. And I read the concrete ending on the next page. I was like, didn't help.
I'd reckon we better change this if we ever.
Yeah, I got to some point very near the end and was like, I've had enough.
Oh, it had its moments.
Some of those were so good.
Dude.
Some of those books were so good.
He was on a hell of a run with that.
Yeah, he was.
And even then, in the later books, there's good moments. Like the Dandelo scene. The Dandelo scene reminded me of the Circe scene in the Odyssey. Because it is a Pennywise. It's a creature that makes him laugh. And Susanna and Roland come to it. Everybody else is dead by this point.
I don't know if I can't remember.
No, this is the last book.
Oh, okay.
This is right.
I did not get to that.
They find a guy in the basement. And he's the guy from, what is it? Insomnia. For some reason, he's in the basement because he has magical power where he can draw things that appear.
No, I think I even got to that.
Dude, you were at that's the last book. But he was, like, Dandelo was making Roland laugh. And Susanna goes, okay, something strange is happening. I've never heard this man laugh, let alone this hard. And Roland, like, starts bending over. He's, like, coughing up blood because he's laughing so hard. That's how Susanna starts to piece it together because she's laughing as well. And then, yeah. But it's like the Circe scene where they're just eating because he's just making them laugh. Because he knows he can't scare them. What's the other thing? Like, the Pennywise creature goes, I can't scare this guy. I have to beat him a different way.
Huh. Yeah. Yeah, that is too epic, though. I don't know how you do that. Well, it'd be a TV series.
Yeah.
It'd be... Each book could be a season, series. Probably.
Yes. Easily.
How many books are there?
7.
Oh, well, you got 7 seasons.
And the one, you could stretch 1 or 2 of those to be 2 seasons.
Yeah, you could get 10 seasons out of that sucker.
Yeah, for sure. Because the one is... What was the calories?
Yeah, some of those are so good. There's so much lore and so much... The characters are good, how they go back and forth. Yeah, and then it just...
Yeah, like Eddie the crackhead becomes a gunslinger. Susanna, she's in a wheelchair. They like carry her around.
Yeah, there's your diversity. Come on.
Yeah, you got everybody. You got a little kid.
Before diversity was cool, they had it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going in between worlds. It connects the whole greater Stephen King universe. Like I just mentioned,
then you could do
Pennywise.
spin-offs.
But they're not even spin-offs because he wrote the book. Like Salem's Lot isn't a spin-off.
Yeah,
it just so happens.
book.
But yeah, that guy, the priest in Salem's Lot, comes back around, so you could do that.
Yeah, somebody's got to be working on that. That's a Netflix series, and again, you have it written.
Right. Not only do you have it written, but you also have the consensus of the ending. Okay, guys.
This is the opposite of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, you have an ending. You know it's not going to work. Switch it. The Game of Thrones, you're like, we don't know how to end this.
Let's do the dumbest thing possible.
Yes. And now George R. R. Martin's sitting there going, okay, don't do that for the ending.
All right, so next time we'll be back. We'll be Spider-Man.
Yes.
And thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share. I should say that at the beginning. I don't know if anybody hangs around to the end of these. I know somebody does. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.